It is absolutely pelting down. Right, so 2 different campsites too, but that is not my tent. It's hard with my channel to make everything Drupal news and vlogs and the eBay stuff when the general story of it is my journey to personal sovereignty. I'm heading out 2 hours west of here to go camping to a place called Paddy's Flat that I've never been to before. I need to have a break, and I made a commitment to my coach that I'd go camping. Weeks ago I made that commitment. It just came up as an action step of one of my choices, and I procrastinated on it. Been busy building my eBay flipping business, getting this content generation out, and I guess I've just been procrastinating, letting things get in the way. So I had to make a commitment, and so here I am. I'm off, going away for at least the night, maybe tomorrow night. I originally intended to go on a weekday course. It's like I had the opportunity to do so, but the eBay flipping's actually been taking an off. I've already got orders coming that I'll need to process on Monday, so I'm going, hey, look, I'm gonna go on a weekend, why not? And should be fine. Never been to Paddy's Flat. I looked it up using ChatGPT. It's a whole story I can get into. I might talk about it later, about wiki camps that I used to use to find the nice free campsites, because I hate booking. I just like to get in and go. And this is why, like, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. I've already left. I was going to leave. I wanted to leave ages ago, and I procrastinated and got it in my head 3 o'clock. Even though I should have gone earlier, ended up leaving at 3, had to come back, get headlamps that I forgot. I've got those. I've just stopped in at Coles to get some snacks. Got some cheese and bacon rolls, some what have we got? Ravioli for dinner, so I might document that too. Off we go. See ya. Well, would you believe it? The moment I pulled up here, it started pouring with rain. Very second I turned up, as soon as I pulled up, it started pouring with rain. And there's other campers here, and it's not very conducive to my car. Like where I am is, but going into the campsite, it's only a few meters. But I don't want to risk my car getting stuck in there after the rain and getting bogged and such. It's 7:15 p.m. And it's boring here. Well, it's boring if I don't get to set up my tent and cook dinner and stuff, if I'm just sitting around in the car in the rain. So I'm thinking of making the decision just to move on and go and find somewhere else to go. I don't know where else there is to go, but I'm just going to drive back up the road until I get internet back, and do a bit of a search and a Google and reassess, see what my options are. I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm 2 hours from home. I can always go home. It's an option. Don't want to, but I can. Yeah, I don't really want to camp down here. It's by the water. There's funny enough, there's this thing called tank traps. It's all these concrete spikes. I just read a sign about it. I'm not getting out in the rain to show you. They were put here during World War II in case the Japanese invaded and came down the river, and so the rivers were vulnerable to invasion here deep inland, apparently. So there's all these concrete triangles sticking up out of the ground. Pardon me. Anyway, I'm going to go for a drive. The rain's easing off a little bit, but I don't trust it here. So adventure time. Let's go see what happens next. It is absolutely pelting down. Can't see it so much now that there's water all over this dirt road. Rivers of water I'm driving through. It's going to head back into town. I think I've got internet back already, just no internet right where that campsite was. That'd get you. What bad luck. So I don't know. I'm going to keep driving and find out. I think I've got internet, because just when I opened this phone up and I made this video, I saw some notifications come through. Okay, well, I've got internet back, and so I've just sussed out Forest Tops Campground. It says it's about 40 kilometers north of Kyogle, and I'm in the Kyogle Shire, so it could be further away than that. So I'm going to look that up on a map and go and check that out. And definitely, wherever I go, I think I'm going to be setting up my tent in the dark, Done it before. Like I got my head torch. Woohoo! Alright, let's get on with it. Okay, well, no. Forest Tops is 75 k's north, which is like 2 hours, over 2 hours away. That's how long it took me to get here. There's another one called Peacock Creek, which is only 30 kilometers away. And so that's more like 1 hour. So, Peacock Creek, here we come. Set up tent in the dark. Woof! Yeah. Well, this is really hard to see, but that is not my tent. That is a gazebo. I've been camping for ages, and in the rush getting ready, I've chucked the gazebo in the back of the car and not the tent. Also, I'm not at that secondary campsite that I was looking for. Right, so 2 different campsites too, and then both of them not suitable for putting up a tent. Well, the first one's not suitable for putting up a tent, and it was raining, so I couldn't film it. The next one I got to in the dark, but I didn't get to it because I hit a sign that said 4 drives in wet weather, and there was puddles. So I turned around, I came back and regrouped yet again. So now I'm in Old Benalbo Pioneers Park, where they've got free overnight camping. And I thought, great, I'll go there, and then I'll pull my tent out of the car. It's not my tent. So I'm going to go over here. I've got the, don't know if you can see in the dark. No, we're in the dark now. Over here, there's a picnic bench right next to my gazebo. The gazebo will give me a certain sense of privacy. How do we look? It'll give me a certain sense of privacy, keep the rain off, somewhere to snooze. I need to sleep. I'm going to cook up some pasta and sauce and cook the sausages so they last, and regroup tomorrow. Probably go home. I don't want to be camping in the gazebo again tomorrow night. Hey, but at least I got out and made this video. Anyway, see you later. Or maybe you'll see some of my cooking. Anyway. Okay, so here we are. Dinner. Pasta, sauce, sausages, flame, saucepan. I'm just going to cook the sausages and the fat out of those, or to get the pan nice and thin. I can eat those, and with the side of the pasta and sauce. Let's get it underway. Coming along pretty well. That'll be nice. I'm so tired though. I think I will sleep well. I hope. We'll see. Well, I'm too tired to cook that pasta and sauce. I'm just going to eat some sausages and go straight to bed. They're all nice and cooked here. Good night. See you in the morning. Right, well, I had a really good sleep and woke up feeling quite refreshed at 4:30 a.m. But it was dark and not much to do in the dark in the morning, so started heading towards home again, and stopped in at casino, got myself a coffee, and then checked had a bit of a search to see what's around too. Now I'm at the little miniature railway here now at the, now what's the name of this place? The Geneva Jubilee Wetland something. I'll just go and look at the sign here and we'll go and just check what that's called. We can see it up here. Here we go. Jabiru Genebiinga. Can we see that? Jabiru Genebiinga. Jabiru Genebiinga. Is that how you say that? What a word. Alright. It's not super exciting from here. Should be able to see lots of birds and such. But I'm just going to take a walk along this little railway. I mean, it's not even 8 a.m. in the morning yet, and this little railway, don't want to get run over by a train. See, I mean, that's pretty normal. That's not a bush turkey. That's some kind of little, don't know if you can see it in the back. Looks like a chicken, be a fowl of some kind. Anyway, I'm going to head in here and see if there's anything interesting to see. You know, there's not a lot of walking tracks here or anything. I found this little dilapidated viewing platform, I guess. Half the floor's missing, and just slightly off the... Well, there's no track. I'm just following the train track. There's no walking track here. Walked up and just saw this little building, thought I'd come and have a look. There's not much to see from here. You can see through the trees in the background. It opens up out there, but it's hard to see from here. I hope I can get a nice look of the wetlands from somewhere. We're going to go have a bit of a sticky beak and hopefully get some kind of reward for coming out and having a look. Beats just camping overnight and going home. Not that I mind. I had a great sleep. I enjoyed it. And but let's try and milk some more juice out of this trip. Ew, a pool of muck. That. Wouldn't you believe it? It's starting to rain on me. I've just ducked under this little grove of bamboo just by the little mini railway track. Because it started to rain. Not super heavy, but it was very light. But by the golf course, so you might be able to see, if we just do a little spin around here, see that little, can you see the rain landing on the dam? Just there. Oh, I wanted to have an explore. I might need to head back to my car. Still nice out. Nice little stroll. The bridge over the river of sludge. As I walk along this train track, looking at each little bolt, screw and piece of wood laid down, just makes me wonder about who put the effort in and the amount of work to lay all this track for this whole trip around the wetlands. You know, it's one thing to lay the tracks for a full-on train that goes international, teams of men hired, employed, put to work to do that, but this track is a labour of love. Just somebody's come along and, you know, presumably with a drill and some tools, and laid every little piece, every little inch of track by hand, just to make a miniature railway for entertainment and the love of it, and something that people get to come and enjoy. Just makes you think. This track is a lot longer than I thought. The wetlands are just over there. And you can see that tree line along there. And it loops around and goes that way. And I thought, following this track, it'd come and loop around the wetlands and head back to where it started. But it turned to the right and goes all the way up there. So I'm inclined to follow it. And it's got to loop back eventually. How far am I going to walk? We'll find out, shall we? What's next? Well, my little camping trip's going to come to an end today, and I'm going to head back home. And I'm glad I came out, even if I only slept for a single night. I've got things to do, but I'm glad I took the time to go out and take a break from those, even if only for a day. I've got lots to do. Now, I've started a little eBay flipping business, which took me a while to ramp it up and get into the swing of things, and I had lots of stock sitting there for months that I only listed very sporadically, and then this year I had to take some time just to put everything else aside and churn through that list stockpile. I'd managed to, from a local bookshop, acquire a stack of books for free. and other books from thrift shops and stuff. And so I've this week and the week before averaging 2 orders per day, something 1.5. I imagine something like that. I've been to the post office every day last week, and I want to get that at least to putting enough orders to get $500 in 4 weeks through the post office, so I can keep my discount. Now that's good because that's going to start bringing some funds to help me. It really strikes me how much it ties in with what I've been working on, this path to personal sovereignty. It's something that I can use to build up and support the other projects that I'm working on. So been thinking about that, but I don't want the eBay business to take over. I don't want it to become my life. I think a lot about automation and how I can streamline that and build it just enough for it to be what it is for me, a support when I work on other projects. And I've got a few ideas coming through, but I finally found some space in the last couple of days to start working on a script for my next Drupal news video. And I want to play with those because I don't want to... It's hard with my channel to make everything Drupal news and vlogs and the eBay stuff when the general story of it is my journey to personal sovereignty, and Drupal's part of who I am. But trying to tie the Drupal news sort of things, which has an audience, people appreciate and it's got value for people. Now the question, I could put that on a completely different channel, and I'm hesitant to do that because I've already built an audience for that, and then I'm managing 2 channels. So I'm trying to find a way to make it to tie them together and just make them all part of the one channel. Maybe I'm thinking preemptively too. So I'm just going with it for now, that I'm going to put them all on this same channel. If you're here watching this and enjoying both, if you're a Drupal person who likes Drupal and you're watching this video, welcome. If you're not into Drupal at all, don't watch the Drupal videos and you can watch these. But it's really nice to be having something that I'm working on for myself and building something for myself. And look, it's only January, and I've been working on this path to personal sovereignty for a year, and now we're into year 2 and it's early and things are looking positive, and I'm looking forward to see what comes next. Cheers. Well, I've come to a dead end. There's a gate behind me because this appears to be the start of the track, and I followed it all the way, and all the gates are locked to stop you getting in, yet I just walked in, no fence or anything, thinking where I got on it was the start. So I assume it either does loop back or they pull the trains into there and they stop and come back again. So maybe my assumption that it loops around was an incorrect one. So I reached the end, and a nice little trip around. See, the information I read was that it loops around the wetlands, but it loops around the golf course. It's lovely to hear the birds and everything. What are they, corellas out there? Can you see those just there? There they are, all sitting there. Look at the, you call it a pond, I call it a dam. Got some scaring the ducks away. But the dam just there. Nice morning stroll. I'm going to pack it up. I'm going to head back to my car and head home. It's been a nice little walk around the pond. Now I'm at the beach. something I do often. I put my phone away before I drop it.